Calgary. Calgary. Did you fly to Boston? Did you fly to Boston? Did you have time to see the Golden Gate Park? Did you have time to see the Golden Gate Park? Did you take the highway? Did you take the highway? Driving takes too much time. Driving takes too much time. Drove. Drove. Highway. Highway. How did you get here? How did you get here?
How was your trip? How was your trip? I drove from Boston to San Francisco. I drove from Boston to San Francisco. I drove this time. I drove this time. I had a long meeting. I had a long meeting. I had time to visit my nephew. I had time to visit my nephew. I like to drive when there isn't much traffic. I like to drive when there isn't much traffic. I took the highway. I took the highway. In my opinion, the trip was worthwhile. In my opinion, the trip was worthwhile.
In the city they drive more slowly. In the city they drive more slowly. Is 6 weeks enough time? Is 6 weeks enough time? It wasn't easy to find your house. It wasn't easy to find your house. Limit. Limit. My daughter likes Canada very much. My daughter likes Canada very much. My niece and her boyfriend are taking a trip there. My niece and her boyfriend are taking a trip there. Next time I'd like to stay longer. Next time I'd like to stay longer. Next time I'll fly. Next time I'll fly. On the highway people drive fast. On the highway people drive fast. Per hour. Per hour. 70 miles per hour. 70 miles per hour. She likes to drive when the weather is nice. She likes to drive when the weather is nice. She took the train to Vancouver. She took the train to Vancouver. She wants to stay there longer. She wants to stay there longer. Especially at 5 o'clock. Especially at 5 o'clock.
Especially in the summer. Especially in the summer. Especially on the highway. Especially on the highway.
Specially. Specially.
Speed limit. Speed limit. Speed. Speed. That was a very long trip. That was a very long trip. The meeting with our new clients was very worthwhile. The meeting with our new clients was very worthwhile. The speed limit is 70 miles per hour on the highway. The speed limit is 70 miles per hour on the highway. The trip went pretty well. The trip went pretty well.
There is always a lot of traffic. There is always a lot of traffic. There was a lot of traffic today. There was a lot of traffic today. There was too much traffic. There was too much traffic. There's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of traffic. They will be in Calgary this weekend. They will be in Calgary this weekend. This time I didn't have much time. This time I didn't have much time. This time I drove. This time I drove. This time she wants to drive. This time she wants to drive.
Today I took the highway. Today I took the highway. Took. Took. Traffic. Traffic. Was it worthwhile? Was it worthwhile? We had dinner at a good French restaurant. We had dinner at a good French restaurant. We were just talking about my trip. We were just talking about my trip. What's the speed limit in Mexico? What's the speed limit in Mexico? When the weather is nice. When the weather is nice. When there isn't much traffic. When there isn't much traffic. You drove here? You drove here?